guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a video on all my piercings. I've been pierced 10 times, have jewelry in 3 holes, and have 7 holes I can put jewelry in. So let's get started. I'm going to start with ears. So I can't tell if you guys can see because I need to have my head to the side, but my firsts and my seconds done on my lobes. I got the first done when I was 4 and the second done when I was 13-ish, 12, 13. They were done with a gun. They were free because my mum did them at home, and I don't recommend. Don't use a gun. It sucks. Healing time and pain. It stung and burnt. It wasn't good. I would say that they took the longest to heal as well. I never keep jewelry in them, and I got on this side I got a what's the scar tissue called? I got a build up of that. I had it on my firsts for a really long time as well, but then it just sort of went away because they are now well over a decade old. And they do not close up anymore. My seconds do, but I don't keep jewelry in them, so it doesn't really matter. Then when I was 14, I got up here done, but it was done wonky, and with a gun again. It was free. It never healed, and it got infected. Don't use a gun. Then it was my belly button, and I've had this done 3 times. It got more and more painful. The first 2 times it was the same track, and he went through scar tissue for the second time. First time was 25. Second and third times it was 35. Not painful really. The first time, scar tissue, it was significantly more painful than when it wasn't. Healing time, I mean, it's not yet fully healed, but my piercings have never really swelled up that much. This I got done in January. So it's not yet healed. I don't think I've ever had it fully healed, so I can't really tell you about the healing time, but it's pretty chill, moderate pain, I'd say. Less than the lobes, for sure, less than the lobes. Then we have nose, which I got done in February. I would say more painful than belly button, but it was, how much was it? I got the jewelry as well, which was £15, and I got it changed by the lady when the bar was too long, so I think it came to like £55 in total. It's pretty chill now. It wasn't really painful once it was in, but it hurt a lot to get, whereas the belly button, that was it, because it's a more movementy area and I tend to wear a lot of high-waisted things. It still sometimes hurts a little bit and gets crusties and stuff, but my nose is pretty good, pretty easy healing, I'd say. My tongue, hold on. I got that done Saturday and it's now Tuesday. It never swelled up to use the whole bar. I'm going to get the bar changed because it is stupidly long. 35 and a fiver to get him to change the bar on Saturday. And that hurt the least. It definitely hurt the least. I would say of my most recent piercings, not on the ears, that was the least painful, and it's the least painful at the minute as well. It swelled up a little bit and it's still a little bit swollen, but it swelled up the most out of my piercings, but not as much as the bar that's in there would suggest, and it's hard to talk. And it's kind of hard to eat because of how long the bar is, but it has by far been my easiest piercing so far. And and it was my most comfortable to get done. I just had to stick my tongue out and he did it. Whereas like with like the belly button, I had to lie still and stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna flinch, I'm gonna flinch, I'm gonna flinch. I got better the more times I did it, and I also felt like a bit wobbly when I got up. But yeah, and with the nose, she had to like stick a finger up my nose and stuff. So yeah, the tongue is by far the easiest so far. Did I say that? Yeah, that was 35, and then if I was going to change it. So as far as pain goes, all of my ears were pretty similar pain. And then you're sleeping on them and stuff. So I did not like getting my ears pierced, and I'm not going to get any more. I also have quite tiny ears. Yes, I did not shave, you guys. Quite tiny ears. So a lot of piercings aren't really doable for me. I can't get my rook or my daith or just here done. I could continue going up here a bit and then up here obviously, but even like an industrial not industrial scaffolding, I don't think I could even do really. And I hate ear piercings. I hate having them. I don't hate the look of them or anything, but I just hate them. You can't sleep on them, you can't wear headphones, your hair gets tangled. Don't recommend. I have thought about getting the other side of my nose done, but I quite like the like juxtaposition between like edgy skull and then like I have no piercings. So all of those. Then I would say belly button with the scar tissue. But without the scar tissue, it was the nose, then the belly button, then the tongue, as in pain to actually go through. Whereas with healing, I would say, again, ears, all of them, then belly button, then actually maybe tongue, and then nose for the healing pain, although I'm only a few days into the tongue. But once I'd had my nose done, it was like it had been done forever. With the long bar, I did get it caught a little bit, but once I moved to the shorter bar, it was a lot easier. And it just didn't hurt anymore, and I think I got that changed a month after it was done. You can get your tongue done a lot sooner because obviously it's in your mouth, so if you're leaving it there, it's going to just keep moving and moving and moving. So they say 2 weeks, but if it's not swelled up, then you're just going to irritate it more. So he said, you know, if it doesn't swell up all that much, within a week, just come back and I'll change it for you. I got them all done by different piercers in different parts of the country as well. My mum did all of my ears, which is I think why they went so terribly wrong. Then I got my first belly button done at my cousin's. I don't know where they live. I don't know where it was. I don't know what that pierce was. Then I got it done in Leicester the second time. And then and I think that might have also hurt more because he had a student there and he was teaching him, and so he like was going quite slowly to show him, and I was like, mate, you are cutting through scar tissue really slowly, that kind of hurts. And he didn't clamp, I don't think. Then I got my nose and my belly button done the third time by Seek Piercing in Loughborough, and then my tongue was done by the Mannequin in Loughborough because Seek Piercing doesn't do tongues. I really recommend Seek Piercing. If you're in Loughborough, go to Seek Piercing. She is amazing. She's awesome. We love Jenny. It's at Doom and Gloom, or is it Doom and Bloom? Something like that. But the guy who did my tongue, he's also really good. He was a very old school piercer. He was very cool. So yeah. He did it very quickly. And his prices were a lot cheaper, but I think that's just because he'd been doing it a long time and, you know, didn't have as many overhead costs. So yeah, what do you guys think I should get done next? I've been thinking about eyebrows, but I don't know, because I get them threaded and I don't want to have to stop doing that, and I just don't like ears. I've thought about doing like there and there on my belly button, but I don't know if there's really enough, like, I don't know if there's enough space in my belly button to be honest. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think I would suit. But yeah, I've been thinking about getting thirds with a needle to see if that's any better, but I still don't like the idea of like the sleeping and everything, because I sleep on both sides, so it's not like I could even do one and then do the other. I thought having it there looked really, really pretty until I got infected and shit. It was pierced completely wrong with the gun. Gun piercings don't do very well, but it wasn't pierced through like that. It was pierced like, I'm gonna have to use 3 fingers like that, at a real dodgy angle. And it never healed and it got infected. But yeah, I really like the idea of having a rook or an eighth. But again, there's no room for it on my ears. But yeah, that is a piercing tour, very, very quick one. As far as like having them there, what like as how they impact life, I'd say that my belly button has been the worst. I can't wear like, especially during like the healing process, anything that came up here, it would like knock the bar and things because it was quite long. This bar is perfectly sized, but the ones I've had before and the balls were way too big, so it was just getting caught on everything. My nose impacts life the least, and then the tongue, the bar bit being so long is not great. But I figure that'll get easier once the bar has been changed to a shorter one. But it is, even with it being a stupidly long bar and eating and stuff, the belly button has definitely impacted life more. If I'm like going on a long journey and what have you, I have to think, or if I'm going to be sat down a lot, I have to think about the clothing with my belly button, especially the first 2 times I got it done, because they used bars that were way too big with massive balls. Hold on, let me show you. I think I still have them. Yes, I do. With bars that were like, hope you guys can see this alright. I'll put them in my pocket. That's a good idea, isn't it? Like this big, with like big balls on the end. That's probably the best way to show you guys. And if I show you a comparison, the ball is bigger. Not by much, admittedly, with this particular bar. And the length on it, you can see it's a little bit longer, but it makes, and then if you add like the top ball length in there, significantly longer. It was moving up and down all the time, so yeah, that was definitely the worst as far as healing and stuff goes. But going to Jenny at Sleep Piercing, she did it so much better than the others. So make sure you're going to a good piercer and you'll have a good experience and it'll be fine. But and sports, it impacted sports so much I had to take it out. And the jewellery came off the first time, which is why I had to get it done 3 times. So if you go to a good piercer, you won't have any trouble with your belly button. But if you don't, then you'll have loads. Yeah. So I think that's about it. I went through the pain and everything, but yeah, I think that's everything. An impact on day-to-day life. Pretty self-explanatory. So the 10 would be 3 for the belly button, 1 for the nose. Yeah, that's 4. 1 for the tongue. That's 5. Then up here, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My first and second are also not at the same level on each side, not that you can really see where they are. So that also isn't great. The different distances apart and everything, I think that's just because I was impatient and didn't go to a proper piercer and just got my mum to do it with a gun. Guns are the worst. Do not ever use them for anything. They make the pain so much worse, they make the healing so much worse. Because with a gun, what they're doing is like technically hole punching out like the skin, whereas a needle separates it. So the healing is much easier, much better. So yeah, let me know if you've got any questions. Let me know what you think I should get, and yeah, hope you guys are doing good, and I will catch you in the next one.